Wow, just as I enjoy my view here, I am very sick at the minute, so I don't think I'll sound the same as I usually do. Unfortunately, I have been kind of trying to fill this little area with, not really fill it, I guess, kind of neaten it up. But there's one thing I want to change around here, and that's adding little like rare details with blocks and stuff, because my world is kind of floating. So what is usually common, I guess, for any normal player is pretty rare for me usually, because I'm stuck in one biome and my world is freaking in the sky and there's nothing I can do about that. I don't want to be sick anymore. But yeah, it just kind of gets me thinking, while I'm putting these little rare bits into my world. Let me run down here real quick. Blush. Am I at the road? Where am I? Okay. It just kind of gets me thinking, like, what other rare things can I put into this beautiful building of mine? I've built so much in my world already, and I don't even like have an elytra or anything, right? Wait, what am I talking about? But obviously there is the one main big thing that I could get that'd be like the rarest thing in the world potentially. Well, that's just the dragon egg. I need to get it. I need to get out of the way, get it done, get it. I can't even speak. But yeah, I think it's just time to get that over and done with, so I can actually get to the plans of this freaking video. Get that freaking done. So I guess to start off this video, I'm just gonna pretty quickly kill the Ender Dragon. I feel like everyone kind of knows how that goes anyway. I don't think it's gonna be like a whole big deal to do, and I think it'll be pretty easy. And we're also in hardcore, which is also fine. But I'm just gonna do it. The Ender Dragon is usually very easy to kill. Where is my arrows? What else should I bring? Let's bring some bottles so I can capture its breath. I don't even know. You might say episode 4. This is a little too early to be fighting the Ender Dragon. Do you not think? Maybe, but also look at all the progress I've been doing. Also it's just part of the game. Like I wouldn't usually want to get an elytra, but for the plans that I have, what is? I thought my grass had changed. I'm so sick right now. I think I'm going a little bit delusional. But for the plans of this episode and the skill I want to work on, you will see I will need an elytra, and I will definitely need shulker boxes. So I got to take a little risky business to get what I want today. Do I need anything here? No. Why am I looking at you, bro? Oh, what do I need? All right, I think I'm finally ready to actually go. I just had some food as well, which made me feel slightly better. But I've been like my eyes have been just tearing up. My nose has just been running. I don't know what I have. I have some sort of illness. I don't know how I got it. This is awful. For real, I'm just gonna start shooting this and see. Okay, this way. Can I catch this? Oh no. Okay. All right, this way is where I'm going, I guess. Oh yeah, it's here. Okay, I did it. I think the thing with me, right? I'm very sick right now. I think it's because I work in a cinema, and oh, I should have bought rockets. No. Oh, I'm gonna have to kill some creepers. I need rockets if I'm getting an elytra. This is so stupid. Why would I not think? But yeah, I think I'm pretty sick because the Mario movie 2 came out yesterday, and the cinema was really busy. A lot of kids, and they were, some were sniffling. Some are throwing their half-bitten popcorn everywhere. No wonder I got pretty sick. We had 120 kids in there, bro. Oh, here it is. Story over. Here it is. Hello. Yeah, let me get let me kill some creepers first and loot this. And then I think I'm ready. Oh, peculiar. Okay. All right, I'm finally back down. I don't have a bed. Why am I so underprepared? Let me just... I don't need this lava here. Thank you very much. Get out of here. And then... some big quote. Maybe... Oh, look at me. I've been in this world. I'm wearing armor, by the way. I'm just wearing a texture pack that hides my armor because I think my skin looks beautiful the way it is. Oh, time to slay the dragon. I've been here for too long. This is my forever world. Hardcore Minecraft. Yeah, it's not that hard. No offense. Okay, well... Good luck, have fun. Oh. Okay. Oh, my Fulbright's on. Hold on, let me turn that. I'm so underprepared. Alright, this is my strat. Water. Water up. If I die, I'm deleting my YouTube channel. Forever. I'm being deadly serious with that. Goodbye, channel. Bosh. TS too easy. Get out of here, bro.
Get out of here.
Bro, you have nothing on me. Get it. One more. Come here, buddy. Come here. Oh, okay. Oh, that's right. Let me in. Oh. Okay. I'm back. And you know what? It actually feels really good to have finally just kind of gotten the dragon over and done with. I didn't want to make it like a whole big deal or anything, but I think I did that pretty well. Like, that was just what it was so quick. I raided like 2 or 3 end cities, I think. I'm trying to figure out somewhere where to put this. Maybe if I replace, okay, hold on. This, that, oh, okay. Where'd the egg go? And there we go. Okay, that looks fine for now. We can keep it in here for now. That's not bad. I like that. I like it. Now that I've finally got an elytra and like way too many shulker boxes, I feel like I'm able to commit to my promise to finally decorate all of this land with trees and like growth and stuff. I don't know. But yeah, I've been collecting materials for quite a while. Oh. It feels so satisfying to just be able to fly through here. Okay, this feels good. I want to completely transform this area with just trees and stuff like I've been promising for a while. To just spruce it up, make it feel a little more lively and crammed together, you know? And then I think after that, I'll get on to the big plans of the video. Oh, and I'll be able to explain what I'm going to be doing with those. But yeah, I think it's time to just, just start building some trees and stuff around here, you know, making it feel a little at one with nature. But yeah, let me start doing that, and then after that, I'll explain the big plans. Okay. I honestly never knew that trees can make such a big difference to an area. This is like insane. If I just go free here, yeah, look at these. These trees are like, I'm honestly pretty impressed with these trees and how they came along. Honestly, I'm not like super confident in my tree making abilities, I guess, but I knew I wanted some more pine trees around the area. And at the time, right. Here's a little random fact. These are red, you know, these are mangrove wood. Because at the time of designing these tree types, I didn't have dark oak, I didn't have spruce. I still don't have spruce, actually. That is on my list. I need a wandering trader to give me spruce. Yeah, so I've got loads of pine trees sprouted about. I have like maybe 5 different designs for them that I kind of just copy and pasted around. And I think I placed maybe around 300 to 400 trees. So yeah, I kind of just grinded it away when I was sick. And yeah, I think it looks really good. I think it looks pretty good. Oh, this view is my favorite. This view is so good. You can see it up on the hill there. Oh, and then of course on this hill. But yeah, I've still got a lot more work to do. Maybe not today, but eventually, you know, to kind of fill in the ground beneath the trees, I guess. Kind of make them look a little more foresty, because right now it's a little too green for my liking. It doesn't make sense. Ooh, 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 ooh. Here's a good view as well. Okay, okay. But yeah, let me go through little small details. I've also been collecting some resources for the big build. That has taken a while as well. I'll go through that. Okay, this is probably one of my favorite details. I installed a mod so I can connect fences together with leads. And low-key, this is a good little like entrance fence post thing. I like this. I like this. I like it a lot. And then I added some like greenery around this bridge, almost like it's like a tribute or something. I don't know. This bridge is like a tribute to something, so people are leaving their flowers and stuff, and it's growing beautiful leaves. And then people have maybe carved into the stone. I don't know. You can make up your own interpretation of what this might mean. I thought it was really cute though. I've got my elytra, and that's saving me so much work. Okay, hold on. Do I have a lead somewhere? Yes. Oh, I'm getting so organized as well. Let's just put you up here, buddy. You can be attached to there for a second. All right, let me just do a little fly around. It's so much easier to have an elytra. I usually don't like elytras because it makes the game too quick. But in this world where everything's kind of, floating, it makes it so much easier. Look at this view. Hold on, let me sit here for a second. All right, I'm still a little sick, but a lot better than I was before. Low-key, I've got my voice back a little bit more. It completely died, so I stopped recording, and I just started grinding out stuff. But now I'm getting my voice back, and I'm on a lot of, tablets to help me. Oh, this is a nice view. But I'm not even done. I've got more to build today. I've got so much more, actually. If I come to my little shulker box thing, I'll come to explain what I'm going to be doing now. All right, so we've got the trees down. All right, that's just one part of the terraforming of this. I feel like every video I just end up terraforming so much just to build a small little thing. But yeah, that's going to change soon, trust. Maybe a little less on the terraforming. I do love terraforming, but it just takes so much time to gather all the resources. But real quick, you might have noticed, right, before I explain, I have got netherite. Okay, yes, I did a little netherite hunting as well when I was sick. But anyway, I think it's time for me to actually explain the big freaking builds, because I've been like putting it off a little bit. I don't know, I've been kind of teasing, I guess. But yeah, so here is kind of my idea. All right, I've been doing a lot of looking around Pinterest recently, and I've been seeing a lot more different build styles that I could kind of try and work with. And low-key, I think I'm kind of ready to maybe leave this area soon-ish. Like, potentially soon, hopefully, maybe. I don't know. I don't think it's... This area is not ready yet. It's not done. But I'm ready to explore some new building styles, which I think I'll be doing very soon. With all the looking I'm doing on Pinterest, I keep seeing these really beautiful mountains and cliff sides. And I feel like that would be, like, the best way to really separate different projects up, would just be to have mountains around these areas. And to make this area like maybe like a little hidden farming district. I don't know, potentially maybe this farming area is cut off from the rest of the civilization that might be growing around this area for, lore reasons that might be possibly, in my head, stuck in my head. I got to reveal them at some point, but I do have a lot of really cool lore kind of written out for this world to make everything make sense. I have some reasons why there's walls all around spawn, like a very cool reason. And I have reasons why this area is so green and floating and magical and cool, and why it's getting invaded by a ship. But anyway, I want to get these mountains done to separate this area up. And, yeah, kind of just close it all in. We're definitely not done with this area once this video is over. I still got a lot more to do, and we'll definitely come back. But I think from next video on, we might try and experiment with some different styles, potentially. But yeah, I think it's time to finally build these mountains that I've been... I've been kind of putting off and talking about and gathering materials for. But yeah, I think it's time. If you've watched a video of mine before, you might know that there's usually a point where I read through previous comments. And well, it is that time finally. I've got two questions, with the first one being from Tubal Pie, I think, asking why I chose this type of world generation instead of a data pack to have infinite of the smaller floating islands. That is actually a really good question. Well, I was kind of inspired by Mog Swamp in the way that I wanted my world to be completely vanilla terrain to show just how far this world type could technically be pushed. Another comment comes from Hey Jinx, who first said, great video, and thank you very much. Why would anyone need to build an airship if everything could float? Couldn't they just strap on some sails onto these floating rocks and avoid building a ship? Which, firstly, I don't know how they thought of that. And I didn't think of that. But also, maybe there's some sort of, like, control that comes from having a ship and sailing around the rocks or something. Or, like, more cargo space. I don't know, something lore-wise. You made me think a lot. You really did make me think, and I love that. But for today, that's all the comments I have to read. But if you do have any more comments, questions, suggestions, or just anything you want me to say out loud on you know, video, well, I'll be looking through the comments to see what everyone has to say. That really did put some ideas in my head. Floating rock ship? Like a floating cannonball? Or, I don't know, like a rock dragon? Ooh, these would be really cool. With the mountains done and standing strong to protect our farmland, I've been able to save space for a small building to expand this plot into a village, giving the mountain range a proper purpose and almost a sense of protection for those that the peaks might inhabit as we build and build this area over like a decent amount of time. The only thing this area has needed so far was a sense of life and community, I guess, and that needs to grow from somewhere. And this is that one building that it's going to grow from. Over time, I'm going to completely expand this area, all from this one little house. And this farming area is going to be the most beautiful, luscious, lived-in little area possible. But I wanted it to feel like it's different and it's unusual. That's why it's hidden between these mountain peaks and past any projects that we're going to continue to build on. So, I wonder, what's going to make this building special? And it's done. Oh my goodness. I think it looks pretty freaking beautiful. Let me just walk around the corner here. All right. Let's do some sight views. Okay, going through here. Ooh. Oh, this looks wonderful. I can't even like tell you how long this took. Okay, I'll go through the build a little bit here. Okay, I stopped recording for literally 2 seconds and I've got a wandering trader and he's finally giving me podzol. I have not had podzol at all and I've been yearning for it. Oh, I don't need that. I already have birch. Get out of here. Get out of here. It's nighttime. Let me sleep real quick. And then I'll go over some little details. Oh, let me put you there. I can hardly see. My brightness is so low. Oh, yeah, that's right. Interior. Hold on. Let me get to this. Move out of my way. Hey, coming up on this build. Obviously, I kind of wanted to make this area, you know, this whole area we're building up so far has been like the main growing of crops kind of land. So I wanted to kind of reel that into one kind of build and give this area meaning, give it life, give it a little story. But yeah, there's going to be farmers and life around the area. So I've got whatever these would be called, you know, wheelbarrow things to wheel around crops. But also I'm really leaning into the magical aspect of the area, you know. So maybe this farmer is growing some magical types of blue flowers and crops and stuff that, I don't know, harness some weird kind of ability. So he's got pots and he's wheeling around these magic crystal flower magic things. I don't know. And then obviously, you know, we've got the floating rocks in the background complementing these beautiful flowers. Oh, there's just so much to go over. But yeah, so the idea is that there's a farmer living in this house, right? Because villagers are kind of like the main backbone of my world. You know, I've got that giant villager trading area. But over time, I want to give all those villagers their own little spot to really breathe some life into my world. You know, I can't have them kept back in that cave. I feel like that's a little inhumane. But running up on this build, let me show some small details. Where's my happy gas? My happy gas will be the best way to show this off. Come here, bro. I found you. Why are you hiding back here? Get out of here, bro. Come here. Ooh, this is a really nice view, actually. Okay. Look at all these little flowers growing. Oh, this is pretty. Okay, happy gas are really slow. I'm so glad I have an elytra. All right, so coming up on the details. You know, everyone's been on a little kick recently with banners. That's the first thing I'm going to talk about. So, you know, I just threw in a little banner there to show a little beam, I guess, because it's got a lot of beams on it. You know, this is a very Tudory style building. It is inspired by a photo I saw on Pinterest. And I was just like, oh my days, I need to build this. This matches my world so much. A lot of detail with fences. And what are these called? Walls? Yeah. But I'm so glad I have dark oak wood now. Like, this is actually freaking so beautiful with dark oak wood. You know, this is quite a thin roof. You know, builds everywhere. They use these thick roofs. We got the shelves here. We got some trapdoors. We got some walls. And I think the combination just makes that a really nice, big, steep roof. I think that's freaking beautiful. Freaking beautiful. Yeah, let me just, let me plop off my happy gas real quick and we'll head on inside. Swoosh, 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 swoosh. Hello, horse. I still need a name for this guy. I don't use him very often. He's been neglected, but I thought I'd bring him out today. Hello. Maybe feed you. Okay, that works. Still need a name for this guy. All right, on we go. Watch this. Is there only one floor to this? Yes, it's kind of like a rabbit. No, like a hobbit hole. You know, maybe he's hiding some sort of I don't know, secret room up above. I'll show you. Wink, wink. Maybe he is. But yeah, this is my first interior in like, you know, I think it's actually my first interior in the whole world. It is. Yes, this is. Yeah. So I got, you know, he's got like a little seating area here with some paintings he's maybe collecting. You know, I'm terrible at interior, so this is gonna be like pretty dreadful. Oh, I've got rails here as well, right? Watch this magic epic trick. So these two front rails, they're gonna stop any mobs from coming in, because mobs don't want to walk on rails. Let me try and convince this guy. Come here. I'm gonna try and prove a point. Move, bro, move. Okay, anyway, he doesn't want to move. But yeah, so mobs don't want to walk over rails. They're like, oh no, I don't want to walk on that. So yeah, no mobs can come in, no villagers can go out, so he's kind of stuck in here. But yeah, in here I got a lovely carpet on the floor for him. You know, he might like carpets and stuff. I just wanted to use this new falling leaf idea. I've seen this like quite a few times. I like it. I like the look of the carpet. And then he's got a shelf where he's keeping all his junk. He's got some bars out there to see these lovely floating mountains. Epic dripstone. But yeah, I'm kind of embracing the fact that he's very farmery. He loves nature, so he's kind of just letting it grow all around here. But also, you know, with the magic flowers outside, maybe the flowers took over and like they're just growing out of control in his place. Hello. Oh, and I also got my first ever pet in the world, a cat, and it's so beautiful. You probably saw that in one of the montages. Oh my days, he's freaking beautiful. Yeah, I just like this area. It's very green and grassy. Let me know. I don't know. Let me know what you think of this. Another really small detail that I found, I think on TikTok. I don't know who came up with this or like if it's been around for a while, but I'm only just, you know, realizing it's an option. I can do this. Is that you can name villagers like this. And I thought this was really cool. It's like he's an NPC, you know. If I'm coming into this house, he'll bring up this little, how can I help? I just thought that was really cool. He's like another video game NPC. So I think I might do this around with all the other villagers. I just think it just adds a little tiny bit more immersion and like character, I guess, to this guy. So, you know, if I had some more like mean guys, I'd be like, what do you want? What do you want, bro? But this guy's just friendly. He's just here for a good time. I'll take some. I'll stock up. So yeah, that's what I use this guy for. And I want to make more houses for the villagers because they can't all be trapped there, you know? Or they can't all be trapped in the cave. It feels mean. But outside of the building, once again, I'm going to need to wait till night to show this one little detail off. And I think, honestly, this detail brings a whole big story to this one building all in its own. And you can kind of interpret what it means yourself. But at the same time, it's kind of just, you know, part of the story. And part of why all these magical crops are outside. And why this house looks so strange and magical. I don't know. Hold on. Let's wait for nighttime. And it's finally nighttime. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, of course it's nighttime. Of course it's nighttime. Because now I have a million mobs outside of my base. Get out of my base, bro. Get out of my freaking base. Get out of here. I'm trying to show something. All right. Perfect. Okay. There's more. I really need to do a better job at lighting this area up. Oh, my days. Get out of here, bro. Yeah, so the idea behind this is that, you know, maybe I'm getting actually paranoid that there's mobs around me. The idea is that maybe like this villager during the night, you know, he makes these potions and brews these like weird, I don't know, magic abilities, and he keeps making these explosions. You know, that maybe he's not doing a very good job at his craft. But yeah, there's like all the explosions make the windows light up during the night. I just thought that was a really interesting little unique technique. You know, everyone's kind of getting into what's it called, buildstone recently. So I thought I'd try it, do something a little subtle. I actually really like this though. I like the explosions. I love the lights. The lights are just so cool. It's like flickering and it's like a big explosion inside that room. You know, that's why there's no interior, because yeah, it's a bit of a mess in here with redstone. This is just my own little creation. And I wouldn't really say that I'm great at redstone, but I made this. Ooh, let's have a look. Boom. You know, someone could probably expand on it a little better than I have, but I mean, for my own little idea, I didn't think it was too bad. Low-key, a little inspired by Arcane, if anyone's watched the show Arcane, where in like the first episode, I think, there's just a giant explosion inside of like this mechanic guy. I don't really remember. They're like making something and finding some sort of magic. So yeah, it's just a big explosion of magic in there that's going on.
which I thought was really cool. I thought that's a cool idea. I think finally finishing up on this build, I'm kind of inspired to you know, expand this area out a little more. Yeah, I really want to expand this area. You know, there could maybe be some houses up here. There's definitely space like around that corner. Hold on. Like there maybe for a house. I've left space here as well. There's definitely going to be something here. But yeah, I think over time we're going to expand this area out, give it like a proper reason as to, you know, how this area flows, how all this stuff is getting farmed up and traded away with other lands. But yeah, I think this is a really good start, really positive start. But I'm kind of just ready to do some more. You know, I'm ready to get going. I'm ready to get going on more. But wrapping up on the first farmer house of this area, which I think looks really great, especially from here. Like even this angle looks pretty good. And you know, the mountains we did all episode, and even the trees. I think this area is starting to look absolutely beautiful altogether. But with that house finally done, I think it's time to call it a wrap. And I think I'm going to get into something a little different next episode that kind of pushes the limits of what I might be able to do. You know, I want to try out some more different build styles like I was talking about. Yeah, who knows where that might lead us to? You know, some expansion on this area, potentially. I don't know. But we'll see what we're going to be doing next episode. I'm going to have a scroll on Pinterest. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed. Have a good one. Goodbye. I love you. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and please write an epic comment, and I will see you later. Enjoy the Discord. I'm doing all the freaking epic cool stuff.